If you've been eating less, trying fasting, cutting sugar, and still not burning fat, this video might explain why. And no, it's not because you lack discipline. It's not because your metabolism is broken. And it's definitely not because you didn't try hard enough. What's happening is something far more subtle. There is a biological switch inside your body, a real, measurable switch. And for most people, that switch never turns on. In the next few minutes, I'll show you what that switch is, why it stays off, and how your body decides whether to burn fat or protect it. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how two people can eat the same food, follow the same diet, and get completely different results? That's not willpower, that's biology. And the key to understanding it is not calories. Most people are taught a very simple rule: eat less, move more, burn fat. On paper, it sounds logical, but your body does not run on paper. It runs on survival rules. Your body does not ask, how many calories did I eat today? It asks something much more important. Am I safe, or am I under threat? Because from a biological perspective, losing fat is not a goal, it's a risk. Fat is stored energy. Fat is insurance. Fat is survival. So before your body ever burns fat, it must receive a very specific signal. A signal that says, it's safe to let this go. Without that signal, your body can reduce calories, slow metabolism, increase hunger, and still protect fat at all costs. This is why so many people feel stuck. They are doing the work, but sending the wrong signals. Now let's talk about fasting. Because fasting should work, right? You stop eating, insulin goes down, fat burning should go up. And sometimes it does, but very often it doesn't. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Fasting does not automatically activate fat burning. It only removes food. And removing food is not the same as telling your body it's safe. In fact, for many people, fasting sends the opposite message. It says, resources are unpredictable, energy might be scarce, better conserve. So the body adapts, not by burning fat faster, but by holding onto it more efficiently. This is why some people can fast for weeks and see almost no change. The switch never flipped. So what is this switch? It's not a single hormone. It's not a supplement. It's not a magic trick. It's a state, a metabolic state where your body decides stored fat is no longer required. This decision depends on 3 core signals, and if even one of them is missing, fat burning stays locked. Think of it like a vault. You can turn the handle all you want, but if the internal locks aren't aligned, nothing opens. Most people focus on the handle. Calories, macros, fasting windows. Very few people understand the locks. The first lock is what scientists call energy availability. But let's keep this simple. Your body must believe that energy is available, even if you are not eating right now. This sounds backwards, but it's critical. When your body senses constant restriction, it does not think, great, time to burn fat. It thinks, something is wrong. And when something is wrong, fat becomes sacred. This is why chronic dieting often leads to plateaus. The body adapts by becoming more efficient, not more generous. To unlock fat burning, the body needs confidence, not pressure. And confidence does not come from starving harder. It comes from predictable signals. This is where many people make things worse. They eat less, train harder, add more cardio, extend fasting, and for a short time, the scale might move, but internally, something else is happening. Stress hormones rise, recovery drops, energy becomes uncertain, and the body quietly responds by saying, "We're not burning fat today." This is not failure, it's protection. Your body is very good at keeping you alive. It is not designed to keep you lean. Understanding that difference changes everything. So far, you've learned something important. Fat loss is not triggered by effort alone. It's triggered by permission.
In the next part of this video, I'll show you the second and third locks that control fat burning, why stress and sleep matter more than most diets, and how to create the conditions where your body finally allows fat to be released, not with force, but with signals. Let's continue. Up to this point, one thing should be clear. Fat loss is not blocked by food, it's blocked by signals. And the strongest signal of all is not what you eat, it's stress. Not emotional stress only, but biological stress.
Your body cannot tell the difference between danger and pressure. To your nervous system, lack of sleep, overtraining, chronic dieting, and constant urgency all mean the same thing: threat. And when the body feels threatened, fat burning is the last priority. Survival comes first. The second lock that controls fat burning is your stress response. When stress hormones stay elevated, your body shifts into conservation mode, not because it wants to punish you, but because it wants to protect you. In this state, hunger increases, energy drops, fat becomes guarded. This is why two people can eat the same calories and see opposite results. One body feels safe, the other feels under pressure, and fat loss only happens in safety. This is also why aggressive approaches often backfire. They work against the switch instead of with it. Here's something rarely explained clearly. Sleep is not rest. Sleep is regulation. When sleep is poor, the brain receives incomplete information. Hormones lose rhythm, signals become noisy. Decision-making inside the body degrades. And when the body is unsure, it defaults to storage. This is why fat loss stalls, even when food looks perfect. You cannot out-diet a nervous system that hasn't recovered. Fat loss requires clarity, and clarity requires rest. The third lock is what we can call metabolic trust. Your body keeps a memory. It remembers famine. It remembers stress. It remembers inconsistency. If your history is full of restriction, your metabolism becomes cautious. Not broken, cautious. To unlock fat burning, the body must relearn trust. That trust is built slowly through consistent signals, regular meals, adequate protein, predictable energy, recovery without guilt. This doesn't mean eating more forever. It means signaling stability before asking for release. Fat loss is not taken.
It is allowed. So what happens when all three locks align? Energy confidence, low biological stress, metabolic trust. The body changes its question. It stops asking, "How do I survive?" and starts asking, "What can I let go of?" That's the moment fat becomes optional. Not through force, not through obsession, but through alignment. This is why sustainable fat loss often feels calm, not extreme, not urgent, calm. Once you understand this, everything looks different. You stop blaming yourself. You stop chasing extremes. You stop fighting your own biology. And instead, you start working with it. Fat loss becomes a response, not a battle. And the switch finally turns on. If this perspective changed how you see fat loss, you're not alone. Most people were never taught this. They were taught control, not signals, pressure, not permission. On this channel, we break down fat loss through biology, not blame.
If you want more calm, science-based explanations that actually respect how the body works, consider subscribing. New videos here focus on how metabolism really behaves, why common strategies fail quietly, and how to create conditions where your body stops resisting change, not with force, but with understanding. Thanks for watching.